Hey everyone, I'm Miss Broderick, a Teen Services Librarian at the Longwood Public Library, and thank you for joining me for this week's Teen Title Talk. First of all, we miss you guys so much, and we can't wait to see you again in person when it's safe to do so. However, this video from my humble abode with a lot of glittery stuff all over the place will have to do. This week I'm going to be gushing about 19 Love Songs by David Levithan, which is an excellent book that's available for free as an ebook online, and I will get into how to find that later. Okay, so, about the book that had me laughing and crying into a bag of pretzels in my bed. 19 Love Songs by David Levithan is a short story collection published in January, and each track tells a different love story. I'm obsessed because it's not like any other romance book I've read before. I think that the short story format really lets Levithan dive into a huge range of romantic orientations and gender identities, and so you're bound to see yourself or a friend reflected in the stories here. It's just reflective of reality and love in all of its gorgeous diversity, which is awesome. I think it would be the perfect addition to our LGBT+ teen book list, which is currently available online, but more about that later. And trust me, you will definitely get your fix of squeal-worthy, sweet, sappy moments, but also this book gets into love in the way of not just dating. It includes themes like family and learning to love ourselves. So fans of Levithan will notice that he revisits 3 of his past novels here, but if you haven't read them, don't worry, I didn't either, and now I just know that I need to spend more time with these awesome characters. So let me tell you a little bit about some of my favorite stories. Track 2 features a glimpse into day 2934 of Levithan's book Every Day. Here we celebrate Valentine's Day through the eyes of a sweet, Star Wars-obsessed little boy whose single mom does everything she can to make the day special. It's totally nostalgic and warmed my heart. So here's a quote. "When we go for lunch, I don't notice any of the couples around us. I don't measure our day against theirs, and in due time I will see the day as a conspiracy to milk romantics of their rose money. But that's not how I learned it. That isn't how any of us learn it. Our first Valentines are never from someone we're dating or have a crush on. Our first Valentines are always like this." Okay, on to the next one before I start crying. Track 4, The Quarterback and the Cheerleader, is an extension of the book Boy Meets Boy. Here we follow Infinite Darlene on her date with Corey, and here's a peek into that. While Infinite Darlene has many friends, she hasn't had many dates. She doesn't entirely know why this is. Maybe it's because she's so busy being both the homecoming queen and the star quarterback at her school. Maybe it's because guys are intimidated by a 6'4" transgender superstar. Maybe it's because the guys at her school are lame, except for her friends who she'd never want to date. Or maybe, she reflects, it's because some people are just meant to have many friends and not have many dates. If forced to choose, she'd take the friendships over the dates, but nobody ever forces her to do anything. When she became Infinite Darlene, she vowed that her life was her own now, nobody else's. You can already tell that Darlene's confidence is totally radiant, and so I love this one because she's awesome, and also because it has one of my favorite quotes from a romance book like ever. "When a first date really works, it works like this. You feel the thrill of opening to the first page of a book, and you know, instinctively, you know, it's going to be a very long book." That's so cute. And finally, in track 14, The Vulnerable Hours, Sarah's night begins at a party that she really does not want to be at. She always does what her friends want, but what does she want? Watching her find her way is really empowering, and she discovers her voice on a walk into the early hours of the morning where we meet Phil, who asks everybody the same simple question. What's up? And it turns out, a lot is up, because everybody has their own story. And as Sarah wanders through her suddenly emotional city, she starts thinking about love herself. So here's a quote. "There were no innocent bystanders, because how could you see this and not think of the person love always made you think about? Maybe you felt the absence of that person. Or, like Sarah, you felt the absence of the absence. Walking through the honest chaos, she felt moved but untouched. I am by myself, she thought. I am by myself. And that was okay. That was fine. That was what she wanted." So to enjoy this book, you'll need the following. 1, a device that lets you access Overdrive or Libby. You can download this in the App Store, or you can access it through a web browser, and we've got a lot of great tutorials online to teach you how to do that. 2, your eyes or your ears, because that's right, it's available as an e-audiobook, so you can pop in some headphones and listen to it while you're taking a walk, doing the dishes, or petting your dog. And side note, if you have a dog, pause here, pet it for me, then come back. And finally, number 3, if you're anything like me, you are going to need a box of tissues, or like 7. So have those ready. Visit longwoodlibrary.org for all of our online resources. We've got some great tutorials about how to access digital materials on all different kinds of devices. And under the online resources, there's also a link to the new LPL Children's and Teens blog, where we've got a lot of great online content while the building is closed. And we also have a reading suggestions page that makes digital all of those bibliographies that are usually available in the department. So if you're looking for something cool to read, definitely check it out. And there you will also find the rest of our Teen Title Talk videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all really soon.